everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucy and in today's video, it's a very exciting video because I am filming my October TBR, which is all the books I want to read in the month of October. And this TBR is a special one because this month in October, I am hosting my own autumn themed readathon. It is called the Cosy Autumn Readathon and it starts on the 22nd of October until the 24th of October. And if you want to join, there is still time, so please do watch the video. It will be in the description bar below and will tell you everything you need to know to join this readathon. So my October TBR is a bit of a joint one because obviously I am doing my own readathon. I will be reading books for that readathon and I hope to read a lot of books during that weekend. But also I want to really embrace the October season and really just fall in love with the season because it's actually getting a bit cooler now in the UK. September was like surprisingly warm and it wasn't my vibe at all. So now that it's getting cooler and more spookier, I'm on board for just embracing the autumn season. You know what I mean? It's also Halloween at the end of this month and I'm just ready to read all the incredible books. So without any further ado, shall we just get cracking with the books I want to read in October? And I will let you guys know as well which ones I want to read for the Cosy Autumn Readathon. So at the beginning of the month, I have two books that I really want to get through. And both of these books are very atmospheric, they are very cozy, they will be the perfect autumn reads before I start my Cosy Autumn Readathon, which of course I want you guys to join in on. I would love to know if you're joining down in the comments below. So the first book that I really want to read this autumn season is The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. So I'm sure you've all heard of this book because his first book, The Silent Patient, was really kind of big on BookTube, and I know The Maidens has been described as a very dark academia inspired thriller. It's basically set at, I think, Cambridge University, and this book is basically about a murder that happens there, I believe. So I'm really keen because I haven't read a thriller in a good while and I haven't read a dark academic book in a while. So this sounds perfect, and even better, I'm actually going to Cambridge in October for a weekend. So I think I might bring this book with me, try to get some like really cozy like Instagram photos and stuff, but also I am gonna do a vlog that weekend where I film my trip. So I really just wanna do a kind of reading vlog where I read The Maidens, where it's set at Cambridge University, and I cannot wait. It's going to be so cozy and brilliant. So I'm super looking forward to that one. The Maidens, I have heard kind of mixed things about. Basically, a lot of people said it was really good, but it wasn't as good as The Silent Patient. So I haven't read that book either. So really I'm coming in very fresh to this book, which I think is a good thing. So do let me know if you've read The Maidens and what you thought of it down in the comments below. Now the second book I really want to get read in the month of October is a new release, and it is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. So this is my beautiful proof copy that was very kindly gifted to me from Hodder. So thank you guys for that. This is the new series from Stephanie Garber, who wrote the Caraval series. I confess I haven't read that series, but I did hear incredible things about it. So this is also like very fantasy romance-esque, about a woman called Evangeline who is very heartbroken when she learns that the love of her life is going to marry someone else. So she strikes a deal with a fate, and in return for solving that problem, the fate asks for 3 kisses from her to be given whenever he chooses to. So she soon learns that making a deal with the fate is a very bad idea. This just sounds like pure amazing fantasy romance, which I really do think is like perfect for this time of year. It sounds very spooky, it sounds very atmospheric. Basically, I am so hyped for this book and I really do hope to be reading this in a reading vlog soon, so do keep your eyes out for that. Basically, this book is out now, Once Upon a Broken Heart, and I'm just hyped for this book. It is honestly, like, the proof is stunning, so I have very high expectations for my first Stephanie Garber book. Now the next 4 books are 4 books that I really want to read during the Cosy Autumn Readathon, which is at the end of the month, so 22nd to the 24th of October. Obviously I do hope to read more books in the month of October, apart from those 2 ones I mentioned. Obviously I'll be reading throughout the month, but these 4 books in particular, I want to kind of focus on for the Cosy Autumn Readathon, as they help complete some of the prompts that I have set. So the first prompt is to read a book with an autumnal book cover. And for this prompt, I have selected The Deathless Girls, and this is by Kieran Millwood Hargrave. So I don't know if you can see how beautiful this book cover is, but this to me just screams autumn. There's kind of like little like toadstooly things down here. It's like just absolutely gorgeous and magical. And honestly, this book is just so stunning. I am very looking forward to reading this. So this is a YA fantasy novel that's centered around two sisters who basically get kidnapped and are forced to kind of work as slaves for this like evil being. But then one of the sisters actually starts to have feelings for a fellow slave, and this book is basically about the journey to escape from this awful place. So I think this book is about vampires, like correct me if I'm wrong, but I have heard it's about vampires. It's also a sapphic love story, so I'm really looking forward to reading a sapphic love story this month. And also, I've heard nothing but incredible things about the Deathless Girls. So, this will be super atmospheric, I can already tell. It sounds quite gothic and quite, you know, not horror-esque, but you know, creepy castle, potential vampires, like it sounds like October in a book. So I'm really looking forward to reading The Deathless Girls, and hopefully this will complete my prompt of reading a book with an autumnal book cover, because this just gives me all the autumn feels. So the next book is to read a kind of spooky book. And for this one, I am picking a book that comes out at the beginning of October, and that is Kingdom of the Cursed by Kerri Maniscalco. So, if you've not yet read Kingdom of the Wicked, which was the first book in the series, it's basically about a girl who discovers that her twin sister has been brutally murdered, and she has to team up with one of the 7 princes of hell in order to solve her sister's murder. So the sequel is coming out. Finally, I've been waiting a full year for this, and I'm so excited. So basically, Kingdom of the Cursed promises to take us to a very dark place. I think it will be really spooky as well. It's also been reclassified as new adult because the scenes are quite spicy, I think. So I'm on board with that. I'm looking forward to how dark and delicious this book is going to be, because the end of Kingdom of the Wicked basically leads us to a certain place, and I can't spoil that because it's basically the ending of book 1. But let's just say Kingdom of the Cursed promises to be super dark, probably like super high stakes, and I also think it will be creepy AF. So I am really looking forward to reading this book for the Cosy Autumn Readathon. I have pre-ordered my special edition. I am ready for it. I am counting down the days. The hardest thing is that this book obviously comes out at the beginning of October, and my readathon is at the end of October. So I have to wait all those weeks to read this book. It's gonna kill me, I'm not gonna lie, but it'll be fine. It's worth the wait, I'm sure. Then my third prompt is actually to read a book that makes you feel cozy. So 2 of these books that I'm going to hopefully be reading over the readathon both kind of fill that prompt. The first one is Pumpkinhead by Faith Erin Hicks and Rainbow Rowell. This is a graphic novel set at a pumpkin patch, basically about 2 people who only see each other at this time of year every year. They're about to go to college, and this is the last year that they can kind of get together and profess their feelings for each other before they go off to college. So this is actually a graphic novel, as you can see, and it's just absolutely lovely. I read this once a year, or I try to, because it really makes me feel cozy inside, you know, like it really makes me feel autumnal, and that's what the Cosy Autumn Readathon is all about. So this will make me feel cozy, and I'm very excited for that one. Then I also have big ambitions, because I also want to do another reread this October for the readathon to fulfill the cozy prompt. Nothing makes me cozier than Jane Austen. And because I'm taking part in the All About Austen Jane Austen read-along that Kira Foster is hosting, I will be reading Mansfield Park by Jane Austen this month. I'm super excited to be rereading this one because this is one of my all-time favourite Jane Austen books. So Mansfield Park is an amazing book. I'd urge you all to read it. It's about a girl called Fanny Price who has always kind of grown up in the shadow of her kind of wealthier and more glamorous relations. Basically, I think her parents passed away, so she was forced to kind of move in with her cousins. And basically, these 2 glamorous figures come to town, the Crawfords, and basically that kicks off a lot of dramas within the Bertram family and, of course, fanny price as well. So I'm super excited to be rereading Mansfield Park. Jane Austen always makes me feel cozy, and also this will tick off kind of my prompt about reading a cozy book, but also it will kind of fill in the fact that I'm taking part in the All About Austen read along, so it is perfect. And I'm really looking forward to reading this book again, because you all know me, if you've watched this channel before, I'm a huge Jane Austen addict, and this is just gonna be the perfect autumn read. So guys, that is it for my October TBR and my Cosy Autumn Readathon TBR. I'm honestly so excited about reading this month, and I really hope some of you will be taking part in my Cosy Autumn Readathon. Please do let me know down in the comments if you'll be taking part. I really appreciate your support. And do let me know what you'll be reading for the readathon as well. I can't wait to hear what selections you have chosen. And I'll see you very soon in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.